Good morning everyone. Yes, it's good to be back. Yes, after 14 weeks hiatus. Oh gosh, absolutely terrible. Right, disclaimer's just gone up, so I'm going to put up a new picture. This is my Just Giving page for the 1 mile Windermere swim I will be doing. So if you want to give, please do give generously. It's all for a good cause. If you want to know more about it, you can always go to the post. Right, welcome to Camp Workouts. This is number 92. We have started again, back in the saddle again. So let's hope that we have some fun. Going to the main screen now. There we go. As you can see, it's slightly different. Welcome everybody. It's been a long time. So as you can see over there, we have the equipment. The blue are the optional ones. The white ones are the ones which you do require. So we got dumbbells, alternate step or chair, which is there. We got, the massive training as well. You've got to have the logo. The band, a band, which is down there, mat, and water. And on that side we have the exercises themselves. Right, so I've got the coloured hands as well on the other side. Let's make sure I've got them on the right side. Yes, that's brilliant. Pink on that side. Pink on that side, green on that side. Right. Excellent. Yes, thank you very much for coming in. Right, so what we'll do is we'll start off first with a little bit of the teaching bits. So we'll start where we actually left off. So myth number 17 from Declan Doyle's top 23 nutrition and exercise myths: spot reduction. So, I can't show you if I might knock the camera off. If you want to take off a bit here. Sorry, I just want to take off a little bit here. To this day, many seem surprised when I tell them it's not possible, I've always said that, to focus on a single body part or area and chip away, reducing the fat tissue at the same time. It's like, it's not like sculpting. You can't actually go up to one area and say, well, this bit's a bit big, so I'll just chisel it off. Not possible unless you go for cosmetic surgery, which I wouldn't recommend. One of the first studies was conducted in 1971 by the University of California, where Grant Ginup and colleagues compared the thickness and circumference of subcutaneous, I can't say anything today, fat on the arms of tennis players. They hoped that their theory that the dominant arm, the one used most in the action when played in a tennis match, would have much less fat compared to the non-dominant. Unfortunately, this was not the case, and the idea of spot reduction was rendered invalid. A more recent study was reported in 2013, this time looking at non-dominant leg training of men and women. After 12 weeks of intense training, no significant changes in bone mass, lean mass, fat mass or fat percentage were observed in both the control and the trained leg. The truth, you cannot pick specific areas or body parts or targets to spot reduce. You can't. What I found is that the bit you hit the most is the bit where your body gets rid of the fat last. Yes, you always hit the thing that you can't control as well as the others. It's odd that way, but that's how the body works. Everyone's body is different. They will actually remove fat from certain locations first. That's how your body circulates. It makes up its decision which comes off first, and it's always the one you want off first comes off last. Right, so I think we've got a few people in there. Good, excellent, brilliant. Right, so I think what we'll do is we'll just take in the new camera, the new dimensions of the room. Yes, it's bigger than I expected. And let's get going, shall we? We'll start with a warm-up. So remember, we've got the dumbbells, band, mat, water, and either a step or a chair. I'm going to move the chair out of the way because I'll be using the step. It's just whichever height you want to do for the low and high rows. So I'll be bringing that out. Right, so let's get on with the warm-up, shall we?
Warm-up.
Right, so marching on the spot, as usual. Start getting that blood flowing. Try and point your toes a little bit. I was a bit nervous this morning actually starting this. And you notice I've actually taken the dates off, the time and the dates off. I didn't think there's any point. Also reduces work for me. Right, let's go wider. Get those arms moving as well, pump them up and down. Get that blood flowing through your body. As I was saying earlier, I am doing the Great North Swim in Windermere for a mile. And right, we're going to do single knee ups. And I'm collecting donations if possible for the Message Trust. You might have seen it on, if you watched Songs of Praise yesterday, you'll see the community grocery on Songs of Praise from yesterday on BBC Two. It was at 1:30, and it was quite a good segment. It didn't tell everything, but it gives you an idea of the good that the message does. Right, let's do some reach over, shall we? Sorry. Frog in my throat there. So as I said on my first bite size, I have actually been diagnosed with late onset of asthma. So if I end up going for an inhaler, don't worry. I'm in the same boat as most people now. So I can be more sympathetic, that's what I'm thinking it as. How's it good? Keep it up. Right, what we're going to just do is do elbow to knee. Nice and easy. Excellent. 2 minutes 38 seconds left. When I did test the stream, you are 35 seconds behind, unfortunately. That doesn't matter. My brain always works in backwards anyway. Right, let's do some punches out. So try to keep your torso upright, keep your tummy tight to really get that core working. Just punch forward and backwards. And let's punch to the green side. And to the pig side. That's it, so you're just twisting at the waist. Right, now we're going to do some torso twists. So we're going to hands up to shoulder height, with a twist out torso, nice and easy, get that back nice and easily mobilised. That's it, good. Almost done. Excellent, right, what we're doing now, we're going to do climb the rigging. So we pretend we're climbing a ladder. Nice and easy bounce up and down. If you don't want to do high impact, you can just lift your toes up, that's what, lift your heels up, so your toes are still on the floor. And you do it, or you can actually lift your feet off the ground a little bit. It's still low impact if one foot is always on the ground. Right, whilst you're just marching on the spot now, just march on the spot, keep that blood flowing. I'm going to explain the exercises first, so, well, the first exercise anyway. Right, so goblet squat with reverse lunge. So what we're going to do is get the two dumbbells, push them together. We're going to keep our feet about shoulder width apart, feet slightly facing outwards or forward. We're going to stick our hips back, down, up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go into reverse lunge. Single reverse lunge, and then we're going to go back and go to the other side. Try not to impact the knee onto the floor. So we're going to try and keep it upright at all times, so your shoulder blades nicely back. To keep that back nice and straight. Are you ready?
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
I've missed the second wife. There we go. I'm back. It doesn't matter which side you start with. Try and keep those knees over the toes. "20 seconds left. For people who haven't joined before, what we do is we go through each of these exercises. We do it 3 times in circuits.
Three, 2,
I'm messing my mats up now.
1. Change.
Excellent. Right, so we've got bum kicks and bicep curls. So we're going to keep with the dumbbells. And for the people who don't want to do high impact, you just bring one dumbbell up and one leg. You can do alternate. It's easier alternate. Or you can actually put a little bit of a bounce in it.
3,
Distinctly up to
2,
you.
1.
So just
Exercise
try and keep that
1.2.
bottom. Keep nice and upright. And use those bicep curls. That's it, good. Try and keep that knee a little bit back, don't try and kick it forward like a knee up. I lost my train of thought there. Good. 5 seconds left. Keep looking
3,
forward.
2, 1. Change.
Brilliant. We're going to do squat and press now, so we're going to work a bit more on the legs as well. So again, dumbbells together. I'm going to go a little bit wider for the squat on this one. The squat back, and then as we push up, we're going to push up above our heads. Try and get those arms
3,
directly above the head.
2,
Don't try and go outwards,
1.
because it will pull you
Exercise
forward.
1.3.
Let's go. So yeah, any weight, if you pushed out, you'd have to counteract by having your abs really nicely tight. Now after all those months of exercising and having to open the door halfway through the session, I opened the door beforehand. See, I am learning.
3, 2, 1.
Excellent, brilliant.
Change.
Right, we're going to go to the step or the chair with the band. Or you can sit on the floor if you want, it's up to you. We're going to put the band around our feet. If you don't have a band, you can use a towel.
3,
What you have to do is
2,
actually put your feet closer, and really pull back.
Exercise
So what
1.4.
we're going to do is we're going to grab a hold with our thumbs facing downwards, palms facing in, back nice and straight, pull to the waist, then up to the shoulders. Up to the waist, up to the shoulders. I don't mind if we really mess up the first set. It's all about teaching the exercises. For the people who hold hats, not exactly politically correct that, but doesn't matter. I've got loads of old hats. You'll know what to do. 10 seconds. Try and keep those elbows up when you pull out. Careful you don't smack into the ornaments.
3,
Her elbow does hurt.
1. Change.
Excellent, good. Right, we're going to do axis 3, so we're going to go back to the dumbbells. Axis 3 is you stand shoulder width apart with your feet, look straight forward. What we're going to do is we're going to bash and curl up, push it up above our head,
3,
and then what we're going to do is we're bend our elbows down before the back of our head
Exercise 1.5.
and push back up. Careful you don't clonk yourself on the head. So you go curl, press, extend, back down again. Curl, press, extend, do it at your own speed, do it with your own weight. If you find it difficult, slow it down, have a rest. Doesn't matter as long as you're working as hard as you possibly can, it doesn't matter. You need to be just out of breath, slightly like me at the moment. That's a sign of a good exercise. And just be able to actually get a conversation out.
2, 1. Change.
Brilliant. Right, we're going to have bandage shoulder blade retractions. So, can't can't remember if this is the same name as I used the last time, but this is the correct term of it. So hands up on the band, so your elbows are in the side and your hands are actually parallel to each other. We're going to grab hold, we're going to pull out and try and get our shoulder blades back together. So we're going to pull that to our tummy and back again. So try and get those shoulder blades, you can feel them pinching. So what they're doing is they're coming in, pinch, out. That's shoulder blades. So behind your shoulders, there's two triangular discs, triangular bones. Really try and pinch them together. That really help you, especially if you sat down for a lot of the day, to stop you from actually getting rounded spine.
3, 2, 1, change.
The idea is try and keep your elbows as immobile as possible. Right, and last one, right, tricep kickbacks. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our band underneath our foot and the band's behind us. We're going to grab hold, thumbs facing in, palm facing in.
3, 2,
band's going straight
1.
through. We're going to bend over,
Exercise
elbows up,
1.7.
straighten our arms. So what we're doing is kicking back. So you notice I've got my bum backwards. I'm not forward, I'm bent over, and I'm pushing up. If this is difficult, what you can do is you can extend the band slightly and just do one arm at a time. Do it for half the time, swap over at other half. But leave it a few seconds so you can transition over. Almost ready for a water break. 5, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant, water break time. Right, so now it's time you can actually have some water. Yeah, it's a bit froggy. Right, so hopefully I'll be here on Wednesday. Tomorrow I have my vaccine jab due to the asthma. So I hope it all goes well, and all going well, I will be here on Wednesday. So a little bit more about the swimming. I'm actually trying to practice in the mornings on Tuesdays, Thursdays and weekends in the almost ice weather, ice water. The other day I swam in 5.6 degrees, so basically that's fridge temperature. And it is difficult. I must admit it's going to be a really good challenge. Right, so shall we get back to it? Get the dumbbells back for the goblet squat and reverse lunge. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move these mats out of the way. I don't need them just as yet. Make sure you've got enough room. Get your dumbbells up ready. Feet shoulder width apart. Oh, bit of dirt. Cover that up.
3, 2,
and
1.
Get those hips back.
Exercise 2.1.
Up and reverse lunge. Down, reverse lunge. That's it, nice and easy, do it at your own speed. Oh, see I banged my knee then. I wasn't concentrating. I was actually trying to think of what else to say then. Five seconds.
3,
3,
2, 1. Change.
Excellent, good. Right, we're going to change exercise now. We'll do bum kicks and bicep curls. Hope everyone's all right. Are you feeling a little bit out of breath?
3, 2, 1.
Right, let's go. So
Exercise
I'm going to alternate
2.2.
again, so it's alternate legs and bum kick curls. You can do the same, so it's you tend to work more the core, but not by much. I'm going to go back to alternating because it's more natural for people to do things in diagonals. That's it, good. Try and keep that bum.
2, 1, change.
Right, squat and press. So the reason why I put the bum kicks in between those two exercises is it gives you a chance to lengthen the muscles again, to actually get them going for another squat. Helps you work it a little bit harder without killing yourself too much.
2,
Right, so
1.
remember, it's squat back,
Exercise 2.3.
press up, squat back, press up. Try not to put your weight too far back, otherwise you'll end up bending backwards. That's it, good. Keep it going. 12 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Excellent, good. Right, we're going to go back to low and high rows. Where's my band? There it is. If you find that your band is too short, you can always
3, 2,
do it with one foot.
1.
It
Exercise
gives you about
2.4.
4 inch extra. Oh, I'm too close to my unit. Remember, it's down, hips to the hand, hand to the waist, elbows up. So chicken wings, as I like to call it. "12 seconds.
3,
2, 1. Excellent.
Change.
Ping it off if you want. Access 3. So back to the dumbbells. So you notice every time I pick up the dumbbells, I always go into a squat position. That saves my back
2,
from
1.
actually bending too much.
Exercise
So remember,
2.5.
axis 3 is curl, press, extend, back down. Curl, press, extend, back down. Try not to swing too much through it like that, because you don't want to do that because it can damage your spine. Especially if you've got heavy weights. If you can't, that's the overhead extension. This one is the hardest exercise to do. So if you can't do that one, your weights are too heavy for you. Right?
3, 2,
Should be able to do 10 to
1.
12.
Change.
Brilliant. Right, we're going back to the bands now. So the banded shoulder blade retractions. You can actually have your hands facing upwards. There's also a version where it faces downwards. You actually get a little bit further out with that one,
3,
but you
2,
get more activation
1.
with your hands upside down,
Exercise 2.6.
because you've really got to activate your shoulder blades to get your arms out, otherwise they don't go very far. So I'll turn round, you can see my back. See, my elbows are going a little bit out. You can't keep them completely tied to your waist. It's not possible. It all depends also on the shape of your shoulder joint. Three,
3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Change.
Gosh, it's quite warm in here still. Oh, no thermometer. I took it off. Right, so we're going to do banded tricep kickbacks this time. I'm going to do it under the other foot. So band behind, other foot down. The reason for that is one band is longer than the other.
3,
So you want to keep
2,
a nice even
1.
balance.
Exercise 2.7.
Elbows up, kick back. Don't hold your breath when you do this one, especially when you're bending over. You might get a little bit dizzy. "12 seconds. 3,
3,
2, 2,
1.
1.
Water break.
Water break. Right, I'm just going to pop over here. If I can get over. Because that's pelting out and I can't turn it down. Even with the door open, I'm sweating like nobody's business. So, water break time. I think I'll open the door a bit more. So, I do have to open the door more. Hope you're all enjoying it. I am actually. It's been nice to actually get back to doing it. As I was saying, I was a bit on a tenterhooks, but it's going well. Thank goodness. I'll just see if there's any messages. Brilliant. Right, we're going to go back to the goblet squats in 15 seconds. Well, strangely enough, past couple of days I found that my voice isn't going after a while, especially with all the tests I've been doing.
3, 2.
Most people will
1.
think that's a blessing,
Exercise
especially the wife.
3.1.
Let's go. So, squat, reverse lunge. Don't go down too far, just enough so you can actually feel the tension in your thigh as you go back into the lunge. Then after this we've got the core section for 2 times. 10 seconds.
Three, 2, 1. Change.
And I was trying like to finish off an exercise. Don't like to finish it off halfway through. So we've got bum kicks and bicep curls. So in every exercise always remember to breathe. Try not to hold your breath, because you can get dizzy.
3, 2, 1.
And let's go.
Exercise 3.2.
Bum kicks and bicep curls. At the moment I'm doing supination bicep curls, which are the standard bicep curls. You can do hammer curls. Hammer curls allow you to do about 10% extra weight, because it uses your muscles in slightly different ways. Being in the brachialis muscle down there. That's the one I've had to actually do to actually
3,
rehabilitate my
2,
arm.
1. Change.
Right, squat and press. In 5 seconds.
3.
Let's get ready.
2, 1.
Again, I'm going to go slightly wider.
3.3.
And press up. So you don't have to. You can do if you want. I like to try and get an all-rounded squat regime, because a wider squat works the inner part of your legs a bit more. When your legs are close together, you work more of the outside. And when they're at neutral stance, at shoulder width apart or just slightly wider, it works both sides equally. Five, 3, 2, 1.
Change.
Brilliant, right, we've got low and high rows. Again, a few close to that. It's like row, you pull up this.
3, 2, 1. Exercise
Good one to do whilst
3.4.
watching TV as well. So waist, chicken wing. So if you like to do rowing machine, this is very similar, you just don't use your legs. So you can just sit there, I'm just going to do low rows at the moment, doing that, trying to get your shoulder blades back, whilst watching telly for 10 minutes, really help you with your back, your shoulders, your biceps. A little bit of the lats as well. Especially if you do the face pull version, you do the lats quite a lot. Right, so put that back band down for another time. Back to the dumbbells. So axis 3 for the last time.
3, 2,
so remember we're going to do
1. Exercise
curl,
3.5.
press, extend and down. Curl, press, extend and down. Good. Always seems a bit silly that people who do live streams go, good, good, that's it, keep it up. You have no idea what you're doing. You could be sat having a cup of tea and a biscuit. I like to think that you're all doing better than I am. Three, two, one.
Change.
Excellent, right, we're going to change over now. I'm going to put the dumbbells back down there. Go back to the band. Do bandage shoulder blade retractions. You can call them shoulder blade pull outs.
3.
So hands up,
2,
bands in.
1. Exercise 3.6.
If you only have a tea towel, all you have to do is try and pull it to tightness and try and get your shoulder blades back. So almost like what you're doing is you're moving your arms back and forward a little bit. It's not as effective, but it will still work. Well, with how cheap bands are nowadays, anyone can get them. They're only about, you can get them for as cheap as what, £1.50 from Amazon. Those are the smaller ones. Go for at least a £5 one to get one. Or you can get a set of 3.
3, 2, 1. Change.
The ones at Aldi are pretty good. Right, so we're going to go to the Tricep Kickbacks. But this time we're going to use both feet. If your band isn't long enough, you'll have to do 1 foot for half of it, 1 foot for the other half. Okay, so this time I'm going to stand on both feet. We've got to tighten the band up a little bit.
Exercise 3.7.
And let's go. So it should even out the size of the band. So I'm just noticing a pull slightly in my band. I'm going to have to investigate this in the next rest period. So it's always wise to actually check your bands before use to see if there's any nicks or if there's any light holes through it.
1.
What I mean by that is no, it's not too bad that. If you pull it, sometimes it goes more transparent in one area. That's where it's weakening. You've got to be careful because once that starts going, as soon as it goes, it'll then rip. It won't ping you, or it shouldn't ping you. Oh no, I need that. Silly me. So a good bit of band care. You have to use talcum powder. Where's my talc? I put my talc down somewhere and I can't find it. I tend to put them in a bag with talcum powder, drop them in there, shake the bag around a little bit. It stops the sweat from sticking them together and rejuvenates the silicone. Also, just quickly, when you first get hold of it, check there's no nicks on the side and no rips in the middle. Very quick check, just so you don't actually end up breaking it. They do end up breaking every so often, but it doesn't matter. Right, so core exercises. Right, we're going to start off with a standing one. What we're going to do is we're going to do the 2 standing ones first. So the standing one twice, and then I think we'll do the other 2 on the floor,
3,
alternating.
2,
so what we're going to do is we're going to put our band underneath.
Call 3 times 2.
Depends on your length of your band. I'm going to put it underneath both feet. I'm going to pull it up to about chest height, okay? If your band's not long enough, just use one, but grab hold of it with both hands. And what we're going to do is, we're going to stick our bottom back, we're going to go forward, We're going to come back up again. So you should feel the pull on the back of your hamstrings. That'll pull on the small of your back as well. This is a good morning. 6, I think. 7, 8, 9, 10. Try and keep your legs nice and straight. 11. You'll want to try and bend them, try not to. 12. Right. Put your hands down a little bit to your side, give yourself a breather. So that's a good morning, that's a very good back workout and hamstring workout as well. If you can only get it up to about there, that's fine. Just really try and keep your arms nice and tight to try and keep it in the same place. So you constantly got tension all the way through the movement. Right, let's do another 12. 1, like a dunking bird. 2, 3, 4, for people who actually don't want to ping themselves in the face, because that will, if you put it underneath there. 5, I think. 6. You can actually put them out to the side, so when it comes up it will actually go past your head. 8, 9, yeah, there are probably comments of me not being able to count. 11, it's hard to count and talk at the same time. Last one. 12, excellent, good. You can put the band away now. I'm going to put it back in my cupboard. I'm going to get my mats out. Right, so we're going to do ab crunches. So you can do this with or without a weight. So you've got your feet, ball of hair, shoulder width apart, almost like a 90-degree angle, down on the deck, hands behind your ears. What we do is we're going to come up to about 30-degree angle, still looking at the roof, with a fist distance between your sternum and your chin. Don't want to bring it in because it'll actually damage your spine. We'll do that, I think, 20 times. If you want, you can also put a weight, depending where you want it. I'm going to go without a moment. Let's go. That's 1, 2, try and keep that back flat on the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Excellent. Have a quick breather. Get one of your dumbbells, or both dumbbells, up to you. We're going to sit up. The harder version of this is the Russian twist. You'd be holding a weight in one hand and you'd be turning and trying to hit the floor, or basically just bouncing just slightly up and go from side to side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually going to count on either side, that's why I've done 30 instead of 15. The harder version is to keep your feet in the air. I tend to actually hook my feet around because otherwise my feet wiggle like an insect. So I'm going to try it with my feet up in the air. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Once you've got a balance there, it's not so bad, it's just getting the balance. But if you do your legs down, that's quite fine. You could do half with one leg up, one leg down, and then swap the other way. Just up to you. Right, let's get back down to the ab crunches. This time I'm going to do it with a weight. I'm going to do it with a weight above my head. I'm going to try and keep my head, the weight directly above the crown of my head. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Excellent. Quick breather. Let's get back up to Russian twist. So the abs work,
3,
so
2,
the abdominal crunch works that
1.
side.
Cool down.
We'll quickly do the Russian twist now. They do more your obliques and basically all along the front. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Excellent, good work all. Right, time for cool down. So we've just been lying down. Let's just lie back, straight legs, and we'll get one leg up in the air, hands behind the thigh, try and pull it, try and keep that leg straight. I'm a bit tight at the moment. Those who are quite supple and you can get your leg up. If you want to have an extra pull, you can just slightly bring yourself up. Since we've just done abs, you probably find that really painful. You can just go up like that and give an extra pull over your glutes. 2, 1. What we're going to do is we're going to pull our knee into our chest. Really pull it nice and tight. So you can feel it pulling over your glutes. And you're pulling also over your thigh as well. It's not a great hip stretch. What we can do is, I'm going to roll onto my side now. I'm going to roll this way. So I'm going to roll away from the camera. Put my hand on my foot. And then bring that up to my glute, not to the side, onto the glute. Otherwise you can damage the joint of your knee. Really press. And then also, once you're pressing into your bottom, clench your bottom and you'll find an extra special pull. Three, 2, 1. And let's turn back over and we'll do it on the other side. Five, 3, 1, and bring it in, nicely tight. 2, 1. So hand on your foot and you turn over, so it's easier to get hold of. Then just pull and then just clench your bottom. Three, 2, 1, and back. Right, we're going to get up now. What we're going to do is we're going to keep our legs straight, go forward and try and touch those toes. Try and keep those legs nicely flat on the floor as possible. Two, 1, and what we'll do now, we get up. Nice and slowly. So we're now going to actually work the bicep slightly. If you've got a counter, you can put your hands up to the fingers on the counter, and then what you do, we're going to stand in front and then just step forward a little bit and then a little bit of a squat. So what you're doing is you're actually bending the wrist back and really stretching the biceps. If you don't have a counter near, you can always put your hands forward and then press as far forward as possible. We will be doing that stretch anyway in a minute. So you should be able to feel a tension in your bicep as you do it this way. Unfortunately, I haven't got anything which I can show you. Sideways.
3, 2, 1. Your timer is complete.
Okay, I'm not on time, but we'll finish in a minute. 2, 1. That feels nice. So we're going to get our hands together, turn them over, push out. And what we're going to do with this one is we're going to push forward and push our shoulders as far forward as possible, slightly rounding your back to really stretch that back as well. Excellent, good. And down. Last stretch, we'll stretch up, really stretch the entire body. Try and feel as though you're trying to touch the ceiling. 3, 2, 1, 3, hands down and release. And thank you very much everyone for a great workout session. Hope you all enjoyed it and thank you for coming back. I hope you actually come back for another day, and keep safe, keep healthy and keep working. See you all later. I'm just going to put up my Just Giving page just in case people want the details.